Hi guys, it's Lamar Townsend here, and I'm here to do a Q&A with you guys so you guys can learn more about me, why I'm here on YouTube, what my channel is about, and why I do what I do. But before I get started, I want to ask you to please follow me on Instagram at Lamar Townsend, like me on Facebook, facebook.com/Lamar Townsend Official, and check out my website, lamartownsendtarot.com, where you can purchase your own personal video tarot reading or your own personal video birth chart reading. Question number one, how did you get into astrology? Well, I must say that as a kid I have always been into the occult. I don't think I was exposed to astrology until quite recently, meaning like within the last 5 years or so. But it wasn't until I was in my senior year of college, and I don't know if any of you have ever been to college or just have had a moment of kind of existential crisis where you're like, I have no idea what I'm doing with my life, I have no idea where I'm going, I feel like the direction I'm going in isn't going to really make me happy, I don't know what to do. So around that time, in my senior year of college, while I was struggling to pay my rent, delivering pizzas and working at a dance theater, and I think I had another job as well that I worked from home. I actually still have that job, and I still deliver pizzas to pay my bills and my student loans now. But luckily I've had this amazing experience happen on YouTube where I have another source of income and a job that actually makes me happy. But with that being said, I was in my senior year of college, and I was watching a lot of horoscope readings, a lot of psychic YouTubers, like Tracy Brown. I think one of my favorites around that time was Sasha Bonison. Who else was I watching? At some point I got into Amber Khan. I love her. These are typically the people I mainly watch for horoscope readings. I also like, what's his name? Darn it. I can't think of his name, but he has kind of really curly brown hair, and I can't think of his name. But anyways, I started looking at a lot of horoscope YouTubers, horoscope tarot readers, and I noticed that I could kind of interpret the cards intuitively. I want to say that I've always known I was psychic, even as a kid. As a kid, I would actually tell people I was a witch. And I kind of believe in a past life I was a witch, side note. So it's always kind of been innate in me. By the way, I also loved Sabrina the Teenage Witch when I was a kid, so I was always into kind of witchy, dark kind of things. And I just kind of fell into astrology. I was watching a lot of YouTube videos, and I picked up a pair of tarot cards. Actually, they were oracle cards, so they weren't even tarot cards. And I literally just started reading tarot, and I started reading for other people, and I started learning more about tarot and astrology and the zodiac. I mean, I started doing my own monthly readings on YouTube, and I actually noticed that I was getting more views on those videos than any other videos on my channel. So I was like, wow, this is actually something that I could potentially do something with. So I just started getting deeper and deeper into it, and here I am, an astrologer slash zodiac guru enthusiast. I tend to talk a lot sometimes. I can be very long-winded. Question number two. What would you say that your YouTube channel is about? Well, my YouTube channel, okay, so if people ask me what I do on YouTube, I say I'm a tarot reader, because that's mainly what my channel as of right now is based on: tarot readings and tarot. But if they get deeper into it, oh, you're a tarot reader, tell me more. I'm like, well, I do tarot readings, horoscope readings and celebrity readings, but I also, I'll tell them even more. I also talk a lot about the zodiac signs and, those types of things, and astrology. And then I'll get even deeper into it. Well, sometimes I post my music and my art as well, and just my creative videos, that I feel like doing. And they're like, oh, cool. So my channel's kind of an amalgamation of my kind of crazy mind, I guess, and my crazy artistic creative mind, and kind of incorporating everything I love and everything I like, like the stars, the planets, the zodiac, music, art, creativity, video making, into just one big amalgamation of a creation. my mind's really weird. Like, my YouTube channel itself is just one big creation for me. So, like, that's why I'm able to pump out these videos so freaking hard, you guys, because my mind is kind of like Walt Disney. Like, I have, like, a Walt Disney-esque type of creative mind where it's just, like, endless creativity, endless ideas, endless concepts. And, I just enjoy doing that. It works for me, you know. And I'm finding ways to make it even more cohesive. But like literally, like each video that I make, even the ones where I just talk to you guys, they're like art pieces for me in my mind. And my overall channel itself is an art piece. So it's almost like one video is like a speck of paint on the canvas. Why do I do celebrity tarot readings on my channel is the third question. And I have to say that, you know, as I was saying, when I first got into YouTube, I watched YouTube tarot readings, because I've been on YouTube for a long time. I had a channel back when YouTube was like first made, and it was like a Sims channel, but I was using other artists' music, so it had to be taken down, but I had quite a few subscribers on that channel as well, and that's also why I have a really good working mind of YouTube. But, you know, during the time where I started making tarot reading videos, I was watching a lot of psychic celebrity YouTube readers like Aphrodite Starseed, Tracy Brown, House of Stars, and I was like, oh, you know, that seems fun. I want to do that. And I actually enjoy doing celebrity readings. I mean, I enjoy celebrity culture just as much. Well, probably I enjoy like tarot and horoscope and zodiac culture more than celebrity culture, but I do I like to indulge in pop culture and celebrity culture every now and then, okay? It's who I am. It's how I grew up. I probably know more than you think I do about celebrity culture and music artists, alright? Like, I'm kind of a pop culture enthusiast as well. What type of music do I listen to, and who are my musical influences is the fourth question. Well, I listen to so many different types of music. Literally, I enjoy Bollywood music, I enjoy classical music, I enjoy hip-hop, I enjoy rock, alternative rock, pop, R&B, I enjoy some country as well. I like it all. I mean, you know, my favorite artists, there's so many. I love David Bowie, I love Brandy, I love Lana Del Rey, Lady Gaga, the Beatles. And it's like consistently growing. Lately I've been listening to a lot of Cupcake. I have so many different artists on my iPod as well. I love Mary J. Blige as well. I mean, there's just so many people I could name. I can't think of anyone off the top of my head. I love Michael Jackson. Love Michael Jackson. A classic, you know. I love Prince too, actually. Like, I love everyone. I love Madonna. Like, I love music, period. I also love jazz. I love Amy Winehouse, Frank Sinatra, Tony Bennett. Like, I mean, Nas even. Beyonce, of course. All these people I have on my iPod. I wish I could pull up my iPod right now and show you all the music. I even have some artists' unreleased music, like music that they've never released. I have a lot of unreleased Brandy on my iPod, because a lot of unreleased Lady Gaga. I have a lot of unreleased Lana Del Rey. I have a lot of unreleased Britney Spears too. I love Britney Spears. What is your zodiac sign, and what is your zodiac makeup? Well, my zodiac sign, meaning I assume you mean my sun sign, is Capricorn. My moon sign is Libra. And my Mars and Mercury are both in Sagittarius. My Venus is in Scorpio. My Pluto is also in Scorpio. I have Aquarius somewhere in there as well. And then some other Capricorns sprinkled around. So I'm a lot of earth, fire, and water, and a little bit of air. What types of personal tarot readings do you offer, and why do you not do Skype readings or phone readings? Okay, well, I used to do Skype readings and phone readings, but one issue I found with them is that with Skype readings, the internet connection is always, or the Wi-Fi connection is always wonky, so sometimes I'd be really getting into the reading and it would like go out. Or it's like there's just always some weird, like, Skype is just weird to me. I don't really like Skype. Phone calls are also weird because, I get a lot of different clients from all around the world, and it's always weird, like, okay, what are the rates for this phone call? Is this phone call going to charge me more? Like, I'm actually working on getting another phone line, um, because I also just feel weird about giving out my phone number. I'm thinking about adding another phone line to my plan so that I can add phone call readings as part of my repertoire. But I personally enjoy video readings. Like, I read myself, but it's always good to also get, a second opinion in terms of a reading. So sometimes I do get readings from other psychics, and I don't mind talking on the phone. I don't mind. I really don't like Skype, you guys. I don't like Skype, but like I don't mind Skype like talks, like phone talks, but like I really, really, really enjoy video readings. Like I enjoy getting video readings. Like if I buy a reading from someone, I prefer to get a video reading. Like like I'll tell them like I don't know what kind of readings you offer, but for me what works is video readings, because video readings are awesome because you can listen to them on the go, you can save them and document them somewhere where you can pull them up at a later date. Because another issue I have with Skype readings and phone readings is that, of course, when you get a psychic reading, it's super duper important that you really listen to the information that you get and write it down so that you can refer back to it as time goes on. Because a lot of times when you get a psychic reading, you're being told things that are very important, and that will be very important moving forward. But a lot of things you can miss, because you just may be too excited, too involved in what the psychic is saying, or maybe you just like, I don't know, it's so easy to miss key information. One thing about a video reading is that you don't miss that information because you have a video. You have a video saved, sent to you, that you can save to your phone, save to your computer, and have it for as long as you need it. That is the wonderful thing about video readings for me. And I understand that, people are weird about, well, I need to talk to you because, I need to feel your energy, or I need to I need to be one-on-one. And, I understand that, but I think what some people don't understand about kind of tarot and how just a psychic reading works is that we're literally just it's all energy. It's literally energy, being on the phone, watching a video, there's no difference between the two. I'm pulling up your energy. I'm bringing forth your energy either way. Like, so I can sometimes understand the disconnect with video readings, but it's almost like don't knock it until you try it. A video reading is so beneficial in so many different ways. And a lot of times I find in phone calls and Skype readings, it's like a timer. Of course you buy like a 30-minute reading, you buy like a 15-minute reading, but a lot of times you have questions for the psychic, like, okay, like, can you go get into that further? Can you, and that eats up the time a little bit. But with a video reading, you send the questions pre-sent, all the questions you want to ask, and I literally answer all your questions in your video reading. And most likely I'll answer questions that you didn't even ask, okay? There's just so many benefits to a video reading, you guys, and for me, that's the type of readings that I offer. I do plan to expand, the type of readings that I offer as time goes on, but that's what works best for me. And it's really worth it. I typically use one or two or three decks in your reading, depending on the questions you ask. There is no limit to the decks that, can be used. That's up to me, the decks that I choose, but usually I'll use one deck, one main deck, a clarifying deck if needed, and maybe like two oracle card decks as well. My readings are $1 per minute. So, literally, the whole time that you buy from me is me just doing a reading for you. It's not, your time is not being wasted when you buy a video reading from me, and that I promise you. The next question. I'm kind of scared to get a tarot reading. What types of things do you predict in your tarot readings? Do you predict things like death or other scary things like that? And my answer to that is absolutely not. I do not predict death. I think predicting death is absolutely unethical, and I actually am completely against it. I've actually seen YouTubers on YouTube in their monthly readings, mention death and, predicting it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? That's completely unethical, and like, that is going to shy clients away from you. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. You know, don't ever predict death if you're a tarot reader. Okay. I typically don't see things like that because I am of the light. So whenever I'm looking into your situation, I'm strictly looking at what you're asking me on. So if you ask me, you know, what are the energies around my relationship with my partner? I'm strictly looking at the relationship between you and your partner. Now, I may see things in the shadow, such as, you know, is one of these two people cheating? You know, are there people in the shadow? I may see things like that. You know, I may, you know, things like that. But I'm not predicting, you know, anything like death or your house being broken into. Watch out for this on this and that date. Like, no, that's not anything that I do. I am not that type of tarot reader or psychic. The next question is tarot readings considered devil worship? And in my opinion, no, because whenever I do a tarot reading, I do not bring the devil or Satan into it at all. I typically never call on Satan's name unless I am getting him behind me, getting thee behind me. Like, I don't typically call on Satan unless I'm, you know, telling him to get away, like go away, you know. I actually am a believer that good is stronger than evil. There's you know, constantly a battle on earth between good and evil, but I think good is able to defeat evil. Um, so I do not believe that tarot readings are of the devil. They have nothing to do with devil worship. Of course, that solely depends on the tarot reader. There are tarot readers out there on YouTube and just out there in the world that are like Christians, that are in the church and things like that. I am not. I'm spiritual, so I do have a connection with God, but I do not have an affiliation with the church or any sector of or religion in any way. But there are some people who still do tarot. There are some people who do believe in, you know, Satanism and stuff like that, and they do tarot. So really, you just have to pay attention to the reader. And does this person seem like the type of person that would worship the devil, or do they not seem like the type of person that would worship the devil? I mean, you know, sometimes it's hard to tell because there are people who, you know, are kind of in sheep's clothing, you know, or whatever, wolves in sheep's clothing, but with this type of thing, it's just really strong and good to listen to your intuition when choosing a tarot reader. All right, that's really important when it comes to getting a tarot reading. And the last question: when is the best time to get a tarot reading? The best time to get a tarot reading is when you are kind of at a crossroads and you don't know which way to turn, you don't know which path to go in, you don't know which direction to go in, and you need some type of clarity or guidance. It's in those moments usually when it's best to get a tarot reading. Also, another good time to get a tarot reading is when you have a feeling about something or about a situation or about someone, but you need confirmation. That's also a really good time to get a tarot reading. And I'm speaking from experience. You know, I've had a lot of times where I've had you know, an inkling about something or someone, and I just reach out to a tarot reader. You know, pay for a reading and get confirmation, or you know, get some type of clarity or insight. You know, maybe what I believe is going on actually isn't going on. And then I've definitely had moments where I'm like at a crossroads and I'm like, I don't know where I'm going. I'm having an existential crisis right now. I'm not where I want to be. Can you please give me some clarity or insight? And I get exactly what I want to need. But once again, the best things for me I find are video readings, because I can look back at them when I need to, and I can always look back and be like, yo, I totally missed what they said about that the first time, so I'm so glad I had this video, because if I didn't, I would have totally missed that little nugget of insight or clarity that they gave me when they said that one thing, and the reader probably didn't even realize that they said something, but they said something that hit like home and was like, kind of opens up your eyes. It's like little moments like that that matter with the video readings. So, but of course it's up to you. I mean, I don't know, maybe you are into, maybe you more so like Skype readings, phone readings. You know, it's totally up to you. But you know, it's usually in the moments where you're at a crossroads, you need some guidance or help, where you typically reach out to a reader of your choice. So I hope this video gave you a little bit of an understanding of who I am and why I do what I do on YouTube, why I'm on YouTube. And I thank you so much for listening and watching, and I hope that you eventually do contact me for your own personal reading at lamartownsendtarot.com. You just visit my website and you can purchase your reading directly from my website. You do not need a PayPal account, alright? I know some people are really weird about PayPal and PayPal having your information and stuff like that. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching this video and this Q&A, and I hope to see you guys in the next video, alright? Thank you. See ya.